The echoes of ancient wisdom reconnecting with the four temperaments. Have you ever wondered why some people are naturally outgoing, while others find solace in quiet, or why some dive headfirst into challenges, while others prefer a more measured approach? These aren't just random quirks. For centuries, thinkers and healers have explored these fundamental human differences. They looked for patterns in how we react, how we feel, and how we connect with the world around us. This quest led to a fascinating framework known as the Four Temperaments. It's an ancient idea stretching back to the Greek physician Hippocrates around 400 BC. He believed our bodies contained four vital fluids, or humours, and their balance shaped our essential nature. This concept might sound a little old-fashioned, perhaps even a bit strange with its talk of bodily fluids, but stick with me here. The core idea that we have innate tendencies influencing our behavior and emotional responses is incredibly powerful. It's not about putting people into rigid boxes. Instead, it's about understanding the beautiful, diverse ways we are wired. Think of it as a foundational blueprint. It's the starting point of who we are before life experiences and choices add layers and colors to our individual masterpiece. Understanding these ancient roots helps us appreciate the depth of this wisdom. It's a wisdom that has endured because it speaks to something true about human nature, something we can still recognize in ourselves and others today. The four temperaments, sanguine, choleric, melancholic, and phlegmatic, offer us a language to talk about these inherent patterns. While everyone embodies traits of all four temperaments, one usually dominates, with perhaps a secondary temperament influencing behavior as well. This dominant temperament shapes a person's core personality and tendencies. They give us a lens through which we can view ourselves with more compassion and others with greater understanding. Imagine the relief in knowing that your need for quiet reflection isn't a flaw but a natural part of your melancholic temperament, or that your friend's boundless energy and enthusiasm might be the vibrant expression of their sanguine nature. This isn't about making excuses for bad behavior, let's be clear on that. It's about recognizing the underlying currents that shape our initial responses and preferences, the very essence of our being. In our fast-paced, often overwhelming modern world, this ancient wisdom can be a guiding light. It can help us navigate relationships, improve our communication, and foster deeper empathy. It's a call to slow down and really see each other, beyond the surface-level interactions. It's an invitation to embrace our own unique wiring and to honor the different wiring in others. This journey into the four temperaments isn't just an intellectual exercise. It's a pathway to more authentic connection and a more courageous way of living. So let's lean in and explore what these ancient ideas can teach us about ourselves and the people we share our lives with right here, right now. The sanguine spark embracing joy and connection. Let's start with the sanguine temperament, who is extroverted, the eternal optimist. These are the folks who light up a room with their infectious energy and enthusiasm. They are often described as cheerful, sociable, and talkative. Sanguines thrive on interaction and excitement. They love new experiences and meeting new people. Think of that friend who always has a story to tell, who makes connections effortlessly, and who seems to bounce back from setbacks with a smile. Their world is often vibrant, filled with possibilities, and they have a wonderful ability to lift the spirits of those around them. Their inherent optimism is a true gift. However, this wonderful zest for life can also come with its challenges. Because sanguines are so drawn to the new and exciting, they can sometimes struggle with follow-through and commitment. Their attention might flit from one thing to another, making it hard to see tasks through to completion. They might overcommit simply because they don't want to miss out on anything or disappoint anyone. In modern terms, we might see the sanguine as the ultimate networker, the creative brainstormer, or the engaging storyteller. They're often the people persons who excel in roles that require charisma and public interaction, bringing a sense of fun and spontaneity to every endeavor they undertake. The strength of the sanguine lies in their ability to connect, to inspire, and to bring joy. They are often very forgiving and aren't ones to hold grudges. Their optimistic outlook can be a powerful motivator, not just for themselves, but for others too. They remind us of the importance of play, of laughter, and of embracing the present moment. When a sanguine is at their best, they are a warm, engaging presence, making everyone feel welcome and included. They have a natural talent for making others feel seen and appreciated, which is a cornerstone of strong relationships. and community building. The challenge for the sanguine is to cultivate a bit more discipline and focus without dimming their natural sparkle. Learning to say no sometimes, to prioritize tasks, and to see commitments through can be areas for growth. It's about finding that balance between their love for novelty and the need for consistency. Understanding this about a sanguine friend or family member can help us appreciate their vibrant energy while also offering gentle support when they seem scattered. It's about loving their light and helping them shine it steadily, not just in fleeting bursts of brilliance, but in a sustained, meaningful way. The choleric drive harnessing passion and purpose. Next, we encounter the choleric temperament, the natural-born leader, the one driven by a powerful sense of purpose and a desire to get things done. Cholerics are often described as extroverts, ambitious, decisive and strong-willed. They see a goal and they move towards it with focus and determination. They're not afraid of challenges. In fact, they often thrive on them. Think of that individual who takes charge in a crisis, who always has a plan and who isn't easily swayed from their convictions. They possess an inner fire and a conviction that can be incredibly motivating and inspiring to those around them. Their directness can cut through confusion and drive progress forward. This powerful drive, however, can sometimes be perceived as bossiness or impatience if not managed with awareness. Cholerics can be so focused on the task at hand that they might overlook the feelings of others. Their direct communication style, while efficient, can sometimes come across as blunt or even harsh. In today's world, the choleric might be the CEO, the project manager, the activist fighting for a cause, or the entrepreneur building something from the ground up. They are the doers, the movers, and the shakers. Their challenge is to temper their intensity with empathy and to learn the value of collaboration, not just delegation. The strengths of a choleric are undeniable. Their vision, courage, and ability to make tough decisions are invaluable in many situations. They are often incredibly productive and can achieve amazing things. They are not afraid to speak their truth and stand up for what they believe is right. When a choleric channels their energy positively, they can be powerful agents of change and progress, inspiring others to aim higher and achieve more. They have a remarkable capacity to turn ideas into reality, pushing past obstacles that might deter others. Their resilience in the face of adversity is truly commendable. For the choleric, growth often involves developing patience and learning to listen more actively to others' perspectives. It's about understanding that true leadership isn't just about directing, but also about inspiring and empowering. Softening their approach, showing vulnerability, and acknowledging the contributions of others can transform their powerful drive into a more inclusive and sustainable force. Recognizing this temperament in ourselves or others allows us to appreciate their strength while also encouraging a more compassionate way of leading and interacting. It's about harnessing that fire, not letting it scorch the earth around them, but using it to forge a better path. The melancholic depth. Finding beauty in reflection. Now let's turn to the melancholic temperament, the deep thinker, the sensitive soul. Melancholics are often characterized by their thoughtfulness, their rich inner world, and their appreciation for beauty and order. They're often introverted, preferring meaningful one-on-one connections over large social gatherings. They feel things deeply and are often highly empathetic and compassionate. Think of the artist, the writer, the philosopher, or the meticulous planner who considers every detail. They possess a unique ability to see the nuances and complexities that others might miss, often bringing a profound sense of depth and meaning to their endeavors. The challenge for the melancholic can be their tendency towards perfectionism and their susceptibility to sadness or worry. Because they feel things so intensely, they can sometimes get bogged down in negative emotions or become overly critical of themselves and others. Their desire for order and perfection can lead to procrastination if they feel something isn't just right. In modern life, the melancholic might be the dedicated researcher, the compassionate caregiver, the detail-oriented analyst, or the creative individual pouring their soul into their art. They seek meaning and purpose in all they do, and often have very high standards for themselves and for the world around them. The profound strengths of the melancholic lie in their conscientiousness, their loyalty, and their profound capacity for empathy and understanding. They're often incredibly reliable and committed individuals. Their attention to detail means they often produce high-quality work. Their rich inner life can lead to incredible creativity and insight. When a melancholic feels understood and valued, they are capable of deep, unwavering loyalty and profound contributions. They are the ones who remember the small things, who offer a listening ear, and who strive for authenticity in all their relationships. Their depth can be a source of incredible wisdom and beauty. Growth for the melancholic often involves learning to embrace imperfection and to manage their tendency towards negative thinking. Cultivating self-compassion and finding healthy outlets for their deep emotions are key. It's about learning to see the good in good enough and not letting the pursuit of perfection paralyze them. Understanding a melancholic friend or loved one means appreciating their sensitivity, giving them space for reflection, and acknowledging the depth of their feelings. It's about cherishing their profound capacity for connection and their quiet, thoughtful contributions to the world, which are often incredibly significant. The phlegmatic piece cultivating calm and consistency. Finally, we explored the phlegmatic temperament, the calm and steady presence, the peacemaker. Phlegmatics are generally introverted, easygoing, agreeable and diplomatic. They value peace and harmony above all else and will often go to great lengths to avoid conflict. They are patient, reliable and good listeners. Think of that person who remains unflustered in a crisis, who mediates disputes calmly, and who provides a steady, grounding influence. They're often content with the simple things in life and possess a quiet strength that can be incredibly reassuring to those around them. Their ability to maintain composure under pressure is a remarkable asset. However, this desire for peace can sometimes lead phlegmatics to be indecisive or to avoid confronting necessary issues. They might struggle with motivation if they don't feel a strong internal push, and their laid-back nature can sometimes be misinterpreted as laziness or indifference. In the modern context, the phlegmatic might be the dependable team member, the patient teacher, the supportive friend, or the skilled negotiator who can find common ground. They excel in roles that require stability, consistency, and a calm demeanor. They're often the glue that holds groups together, fostering an environment of cooperation and mutual respect. The core strengths of the phlegmatic are their stability, their patience, and their ability to see things from multiple perspectives. They are often very objective and fair-minded. Their calm demeanor can have a soothing effect on those around them, making them excellent listeners and supportive companions. They are not easily rattled and can provide a sense of security in uncertain times. When a phlegmatic is recognized for their quiet contributions and their ability to foster harmony, they thrive. Their steady, consistent nature makes them incredibly trustworthy and dependable in all their relationships and commitments. For the phlegmatic, personal growth often involves learning to assert their own needs and opinions more directly, even if it means risking a little discomfort or disagreement. Finding their inner motivation and taking initiative, rather than always waiting for external direction, can also be beneficial. It's about understanding that while peace is valuable, sometimes healthy conflict is necessary for growth and true resolution. Appreciating a phlegmatic means valuing their calm presence, their reliability, and their gift for creating harmony, while also encouraging them to step forward and share their unique insights and contributions more boldly. Their quiet strength is a true gift to the world. We are all a beautiful mixed temperament, not a tiny box. It's so important to remember that these four temperaments are not neat little boxes that we can perfectly fit ourselves or others into. Life is far more complex and beautiful than that. Most of us are actually a blend of temperaments, with one or two perhaps being more dominant than the others. You might recognize a strong choleric drive in your work life, but also a deep melancholic need for quiet reflection in your personal time. Or perhaps you have the sanguine love for social gatherings, but also the phlegmatic desire to avoid conflict. Within those groups, this rich tapestry is what makes each of us unique. Furthermore, it's crucial to distinguish between our inherent temperament and our acquired personality traits. Temperament is often seen as the raw material we are born with. Our natural inclinations, our typical energy levels, and our fundamental emotional responses. It's the foundation. Personality, on the other hand, is shaped over time by our experiences, our upbringing, our culture, our choices, and the skills we consciously develop. You might have a naturally introverted temperament, perhaps melancholic or phlegmatic, but have learned excellent social skills to navigate extroverted situations effectively. Your core wiring is still there, but you've built upon it. Think of temperament as the underlying soil and personality as the garden that grows from it, influenced by the sun, rain, and the care it receives. A choleric individual, for example, might learn through experience to soften their approach and develop more empathetic communication skills, even if their first instinct is to be direct and forceful. A sanguine might cultivate discipline and focus to achieve long-term goals, despite their natural inclination towards novelty. This doesn't change their core temperament. It enriches their personality and makes them more adaptable and well-rounded individuals. This capacity for growth and adaptation is a testament to our human resilience. Understanding this distinction is liberating. It means we are not defined or limited by our temperament. Instead, our temperament provides us with self-awareness, a starting point for understanding our strengths and our potential areas for growth. It helps us understand why certain situations energize us while others drain us, or why we react to stress in particular ways. By recognizing our primary temperament and the other influences within us, we can make more conscious choices about how we live, work, and relate to others. It's about working with our nature, not against it, to build a fulfilling life and more meaningful connections. Seeing through their eyes temperaments and the gift of empathy. One of the most powerful gifts that understanding the four temperaments offers us is the ability to cultivate deeper empathy. When we begin to recognize that people aren't just being difficult, lazy, overbearing, or overly sensitive at us, but are perhaps operating from their core temperament, something shifts. We move from judgment to curiosity. We start to wonder, what might it be like to see the world through their eyes, with their unique wiring? This shift is the very heart of empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, and it is transformative for any relationship. Imagine you have a choleric boss who is always pushing for results and seems impatient with delays. Instead of immediately feeling criticized or overwhelmed, understanding their temperament might help you see their drive and their focus on efficiency. It doesn't excuse rudeness, but it can help you depersonalize their approach, or consider a melancholic friend who needs time to process things and can sometimes seem withdrawn. Knowing their temperament, you might offer them space and quiet support, rather than pushing them to snap out of it. This understanding fosters a sense of compassion rather than frustration, allowing for more supportive interactions. This framework also helps us reduce the urge to fix others. So often in relationships, we try to mold people into who we think they should be, rather than appreciating them for who they are. We might wish our sanguine partner was more organized, or our phlegmatic child was more ambitious, but when we understand that these traits are deeply rooted in their temperament, we can learn to appreciate their inherent strengths and work with their challenges more constructively. Instead of trying to change their fundamental nature, we can focus on supporting their growth within their own temperament, encouraging them to be the best version of themselves. Ultimately, recognizing different temperaments allows us to extend more grace, both to ourselves and to others. It helps us understand that diversity in how we think, feel, and act is not only normal, but valuable. A team with a mix of temperaments, for example, can be incredibly strong if each person's strengths are recognized and utilized. The choleric provides direction, the sanguine builds morale, the melancholic ensures quality, and the phlegmatic fosters harmony. Empathy born from this understanding doesn't just make our relationships smoother, it makes them richer, deeper, and far more resilient. It's about connection, not correction. Speaking their language, communication that truly connects us. Understanding temperaments doesn't just build empathy, it revolutionizes our communication. When we know someone's primary way of processing information and interacting with the world, we can tailor our approach to connect more effectively. It's like learning to speak their unique language. This doesn't mean being inauthentic, it means being considerate and intentional in how we convey our messages. We all want to be heard and understood, and adapting our communication style can make a significant difference in achieving that genuine connection, reducing misunderstandings and fostering collaboration. For instance, when communicating with a choleric, be direct, clear, and focus on results. They appreciate efficiency and don't like a lot of fluff or emotional preamble. Get to the point and show them how your idea helps achieve a goal. With the Sanguine, bring enthusiasm and energy to the conversation. They respond well to positive framing and enjoy interactive, engaging discussions. Allow space for brainstorming and be prepared for a lively exchange. They connect through shared excitement and positive interaction, so keeping the tone upbeat and appreciative will resonate deeply with their nature. When interacting with a melancholic, approach them with thoughtfulness and allow them time to process. They appreciate depth, detail, and sincerity. Rushing them or being superficial can make them withdraw. Give them all the information they need and be prepared for thoughtful questions. For a phlegmatic, create a calm, non-threatening atmosphere. They value harmony and respond best to a patient, gentle approach. Avoid aggressive or overly demanding language and clearly explain the why behind any request. Reassure them that their input is valued and that you are seeking a cooperative outcome. This helps them feel safe and respected. These adjustments in communication style can significantly reduce conflict and build stronger rapport. It's not about manipulation, it's about respect. It's about recognizing that what motivates one person might overwhelm another, and what seems clear to you might be confusing to someone with a different temperament. By making an effort to speak their language, we show that we value them and are invested in understanding them. This conscious effort can transform frustrating interactions into productive dialogues, paving the way for deeper trust and more meaningful relationships, both in our personal lives and in our professional endeavors. This is where the real work of connection happens. The courage to understand, a call to see ourselves and each other. This journey through the four temperaments is, at its core, an invitation to courage. It takes courage to look honestly at ourselves, to acknowledge our innate tendencies, both the strengths and the areas where we struggle. It takes courage to admit that maybe our way isn't the only way, or even the right way. And it certainly takes courage to extend that same understanding and grace to the people around us, especially when their way of being in the world is vastly different from our own. But this is where true connection and growth reside, in that space of vulnerable self-reflection and open-hearted curiosity about others. So I encourage you to take some time for reflection. Which temperament or blend of temperaments resonates most with you? Can you see how your natural inclinations have shaped your choices, your relationships, and your reactions to life's challenges? There's no judgment here, only discovery. Understanding your own temperament can be a powerful tool for self-compassion and personal development. It can help you identify what you need to thrive and how you can best contribute your unique gifts to the world. It's about embracing who you are from the very foundation of your being. Then extend that curiosity to the important people in your life. Think about your partner, your children, your colleagues, your friends. Can you see glimpses of the sanguine, choleric, melancholic, or phlegmatic in them? How might understanding their temperament change the way you interact with them, support them, and communicate with them? This isn't about labeling them, but about seeing them more fully, with more empathy and a deeper appreciation for their unique way of navigating the world. Imagine the conflicts that could be softened, the misunderstandings that could be cleared, if we approached each other with this lens of understanding. This ancient wisdom of the four temperaments offers us a timeless map for navigating the beautiful complexity of human nature. It's a call to move beyond surface judgments and to connect on a more authentic level. I invite you to share your thoughts and reflections. What have you discovered about your own temperament? How has understanding these traits impacted your relationships? Let's continue this conversation, learning from each other and building a world where everyone feels a little more seen, a little more understood, and a lot more courageous in being who they truly are. The journey of understanding is ongoing, and it's one we can all take together. Now, I encourage you, take a moment to reflect on your own temperament. What stood out to you in this video? Share your insights in the comments below or start a conversation with a friend or loved one. Your story and perspective could inspire someone else on their journey of self-discovery. If you like this video, explore more videos about temperament on our channel. Thank you for watching.